looking out in the desert, and there's hundreds and hundreds of miles of desert, and you feel so small and insignificant, but the beauty, it just envelops you, and you're just like, it's so hard to explain, to put into words. You just have to be there.
The Southwest provides some of the most diverse and spectacular wilderness in the United States. During a typical summer, groups of the Prairie Trek and the Turquoise Trail expeditions may travel to the high country of the Colorado Mountains, the canyons of Utah and Arizona, lava flows and extinct volcanoes, desert valleys, and explore the magnificent sculptures of nature.
But I've really gained an appreciation of everything out here, the mountains, the desert, the forests.
There's a certain amount of adventure, you know, in exploring and things like that, because a lot of the trails, when we're hiking and things that we go on, aren't traveled. So you'd be like, wow, you know, nobody else has been here in a long time.
So where are we going today?
Like getting your backpack on and going out on the trail and being able to go where you want to and being able to stop when you want to and saying, oh, I feel like climbing a mountain today, and go up and doing it. That's fun.
There's a good rock right there, yeah. Here, if you can reach my hand, it'd be good. Okay, all right.
Let me help you up. Dave, thanks. It's hard to walk on these.
The Southwest is filled with opportunities to examine, observe, inspect, and probe. Cottonwood Gulch is located in the center of this wonderful outdoor laboratory. Members may pursue interests in geology, ornithology, archaeology, astronomy, photography, Indian crafts, forest management, history, in fact, almost any area they wish.
One of the most important aspects of our program is the emphasis we place on learning about the environment. Unlike a classroom, learning is informal and based on each individual's interest. Learning is by doing.
Why are some of the parts of the moon lighter than others? Like some parts are gray, other parts are like white.
This is the amount of light we need.
The high was 80 and the low 50 last night, midnight. We picked up 5 clicks.
It gets a new ring every year. Now we're going to slip this spoon inside here
To pull out the piece.
and shove it down all the way to the end. And then we have to turn it backwards 1 full revolution. There's the core. Our learning through participation takes place not only at the base camp, where there are museum and library facilities, but on the road as well.
Okay, over here is, this is Engineer Mountain, and the top of it's about 12,000 feet, so you can see we're getting up pretty high. Hey, what kind of flower is this? I don't know, let's pull the book.
Many of the pueblos today have winter people and summer people, and half of the pueblo will control the pueblo for 6 months of the year, and then the government changes and the other half controls it, which is sort of neat. That has some advantages you can figure out. And somehow the system blossomed and it lasted for...
Carbonated isn't as accurate. Not only are the trekkers able to excavate a site, they're also involved in cleaning, cataloging, reconstruction of pottery, and studies such as flint knapping.
Our staff at the base camp, Cottonwood Gulch, includes a resident archaeologist, a museum library curator, a craft specialist, and one of the most exciting aspects of our program each summer, a series of visiting scholars and residents.
We expect the bat to come in the window and fly through the photocell
And we're now going to focus on the tape. Okay. Make sure the bat will be in focus when he comes through.
So we're in focus now.
Ready to go?
I think so.
Hurrah! That's a good bat picture.
Now, I set up the hold on with the bats worked really well.
That change from contrast 2 to contrast 3 has really made the picture snap up.
Mm-hmm. It's still a bit bright behind the left wing.
Well,
right in
let's
here.
put the white lights on and see what it looks like. Yeah, it could stand a little bit more.
The Prairie Trek and Turquoise Trail expeditions, like any good summer camp, should foster a spirit of cooperation by learning to work and live together.
It's almost time for KP, so, oh wow.
Yeah, it's our bat picture from the Hogan.
That turned out really well. Listen, why don't I help you clean up and then we...
It should be noted, however, that we tend not to use the word camp. The expedition is just that, expeditions, where everyone, staff and trekkers alike, pitch in to accomplish the necessary chores and to share each individual's expertise and knowledge.
The Southwest is rich in history and culture. This is seen each summer as the expedition encounters Anasazi ruins, ranchers and prospectors, evidence of Spanish explorers and Mormon settlers, and Zuni, Hopi, and Navajo Indians.
This is better.
My friends and I, over the years, have sat around and we really enjoy a good campfire. There's some quite interesting stories of this area.
Tomorrow we'll be crossing the Colorado River by suspension bridge, but in the 1920s and 30s, when Mr. Hillis Howe was leading the trek, it was a treacherous journey across Lee's Ferry, which was the only crossing at that time for hundreds of miles. In a couple days, we'll be headed towards base camp for rendezvous. I think Chuck has a reading for us of what rendezvous were like in the past.
Yeah. This book's called The Rockies by David Lavender. I got it out of the book box, okay? In spite of the handful of forts that were built here and there in the middle 1830s, the heart of the system, where the bulk of goods and furs exchanged early hands, remained the rendezvous.
I'd like to welcome you all to the second rendezvous of 19...
Well, first thing is no textbooks, and that makes a heck of a big difference. And you get to learn what you want to learn, and you come out here to learn, therefore, you know, it's a lot of fun.
I've learned loads of things this summer. A lot about animals, a lot about survival in the wilderness, but mostly about how to get along with other people, live with them, and to cope with them.
These last 2 summers have been the best summers of my life, and I really like the people that I've met out here, and I've become, you know, close friends with everyone I know, and also the whole area is terrific.
I don't know, I just say that it's great, that I love it, you know, it's, they probably know because as soon as I get home until as soon as I come out here, I'm always talking about Prairie Trek. I did this and that at Prairie Trek, you know, because you do so much, and there's always something to do.